few months ago, the Queensland Government approved a $200 million expansion to the Capricornia Correctional Centre. Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk said the project would provide an extra 164 cells. All of this in the name of jobs. Welcome to the prison industrial complex. This is a term we rarely talk about in Australia, which is surprising, given in just 1 year between 2015 and 2016, the number of people in adult prisons increased by 8%. Critical Resistance, an organisation in the US, defines the prison industrial complex as the overlapping interests of government and industry that use policing, surveillance, and imprisonment as solutions to social, economic, and political problems. Prison abolitionists believe that we can't solve social problems through profit. 18.5% of Australian prisons are privately owned, which dwarfs America's private prison population of 8%. There are 3 private contractors responsible for managing prisons in Australia. These are G4S, GEO Group, and Serco. However, prisons also employ the services of telecommunications, linen, and food suppliers, and they also profit from cheap prison labour. In Australia, prisoners have made everything from cushion covers to toolboxes. So, of course, in the name of corporate interest, when policymakers are faced with the issue of prison overcrowding, the default solution is to build more prisons. With each new prison, each new cell, and each invisibilised body, private companies profit. It's one more business venture where they can extrapolate money from the state and cheap prison labour from some of the most marginalised people in our society. We're told that prisons are the solutions to injustices, yet they are the same places where grave injustices are occurring. The Royal Commission into the Don Dale Detention Centre proves that young men and women are being tortured at the hands of prison guards. So, if we can't solve social problems through profit, how can you help to sever the ties between prison profiteering industries and our government? Well, just as what happened with the tobacco industry, and more recently with fossil fuels, divestment can be used as one tactic to help hold to account corporations which build, support, and provide supplies to prisons. Within a few minutes, you can find out who your bank and super fund invests in. And then you can spend a few minutes calling up, for example, Australian Super, which invests in G4S, and ask them to stop investing in the operation of private prisons. Together, with friends and family, you can withdraw your funds from banks and super funds and divest from the prison industrial complex. However, don't get me wrong. Radical freedom cannot be achieved through divestment alone. We need justice for every young person in Don Dale. We need justice for Kevin Henry. We need justice for the families of Ms. Dew and Wayne Fowler Morrison, and we need justice for the families of over 400 black deaths in custody. And the time that it takes you to research these names, these prisons, and these corporations instilled with caring for people is only a blip of time in comparison to the trauma experienced by anybody who has faced time behind bars or with surveillance around their ankle. Take responsibility for where you invest your money, because it's time to start solving social problems through community-based solutions.